Yo, what's up, y'all? Today is Saturday. I'm on my way to Rock Hill, South Carolina. We are going to practice, and I don't know. This could potentially be one of the last practices of the year in Rock Hill. I'm not exactly sure just yet. We'll see. But on my way down to here, I've been listening to the Cam Newton and Dr. Bryant interview. First of all, I've seen a lot of clips, and I'm just gonna say a lot of clips rub me the wrong way, but I still approach everything that I view, that I look at, with an open mind. And I will say that those clips that I've seen versus actually getting into and watching just the beginning of this podcast, this interview, I got a lot of respect for this young lady starting off. Extremely respectful, of course, highly educated. The way that she answers questions it's refreshing. And I'm actually, I don't know, I'm kind of side with her right now, you know what I'm saying? Because again, I know how Cam Newton can be during these interviews, and honestly, the way that he's coming across, especially with the first question that he asked her, even though she went a little bit more in depth, you know what I mean? I don't know. I just didn't like his response. It was honestly distasteful. But we're gonna continue to let this thing rock, and I'll let you guys know what I think about, the second half. Honestly, man, like I'm still watching, the first half, and it's a little bit distasteful because, correct me if I'm wrong, but it kind of feels like, or it kind of seems like Cam came almost like with an agenda to try to push a narrative instead of having an interview and just asking questions that maybe people just want to know. Because him saying like, this is a trigger for me, and like, it's too personal, fam. Like, take yourself out of it, and just, I don't know. Again, this might just be me being me, but I think that it's a good thing. Or I love to hear, interviews where people are just like, I'm asking questions to get a better understanding for why you think the way that you think, whatever career path you chose, if you're single, never been married, no kids or whatever, can you break it down for us and tell us, you know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that, man. Instead of, I don't know, I'm getting through it. Slowly but surely. I come to you humble. No, let me stop. As it's getting a little bit later in the podcast, I'm trying to make sure that I say, like, I'm coming correct. I'm gonna be honest with you. Some of the answers that she's giving now, like, I understand, the purpose of answering a question, giving context behind that. Who's that? Yeah, behind that question that they just answered. Respect that. I think the issue that I'm having is it kind of feels like word salad. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. It's a lot of covering it up. Like, I don't know. Is it just me? But it does feel like, I wouldn't necessarily call it like deflection. Because, I mean, she is a very, very intelligent young lady. I think that she has a way with words, and she knows how to dress those things up. But I'm gonna be honest with you. This interview, and I think that somebody else probably should have interviewed her. I know, or I heard that she actually did an interview with Cam Newton and Nick Cannon. Now, I would love to hear like somebody like Shannon Sharp or whatever ask some questions and really kind of like go into depth, or allow her to go into depth about like what she means about it. Because don't get me wrong, I think that Cam is doing a decent job with asking some of the right questions. With you being 41, do you desire marriage? And the question is, if you're a relationship coach, just ask that hard question. Should most people, or should a person, why should a person that wants to be married, wants to be in a healthy, stable relationship, go to someone that's 41 years old, no kids, haven't been married, have called off 2 marriages? The question is, why in the world did you spend all of that time, whatever time you spent with those 2 guys, right? I don't know if it was 1 or 2 guys, and call off the marriage? It's a lot of questions that need to be honestly asked. And I don't know, maybe he asked it a little bit later on. And another thing, man, I don't know about everybody else, but it leaves a nasty taste in my mouth when people start talking about God, and either in the same sentence or the very next sentence, you start cursing like that. Don't, man. Listen, just leave God out of it. If you're gonna sit there and curse and do all this extra stuff, man, I don't know. To me, it's hard for me to listen to people speak and talk when they're doing stuff like that. I'm trying to get it out my ear. And I think the reason why, when you're doing an interview, you don't have to be disrespectful, but you can be direct. Just ask. It probably would have went a lot better, because he kept kind of like going around. When you're going around a bush, oftentimes people are going to circle around and go around the bush with you. If you want to ask somebody a direct question, then just ask them that. You know what I'm saying? If you in your heart of hearts feel like a single person can't give relationship advice to, somebody that either is married, in a relationship or whatever, or that's their desire to be, then just say that. Like, just come out and say, can you help me? Because I'm having a hard time trying to figure this out. Like, that should have been like, let's just go ahead and shoot straight to the point. What we doing, fam? Like, yeah, can you break this down? Because I think myself, along with a few others, may be thinking, why in the world would I go to someone that is single, that's plus 40, that has left 2 marriages on the table, never been married, no kids, none of that? Why in the world is somebody that either desires marriage or wants to be married, wants to be in a healthy relationship, go to somebody that don't have any of those results? Can you just be direct? Like, listen, I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but I'm not gonna beat around the bush with you. Let's just Yo, all right, guys, just now getting back from Rock Hill, South Carolina, and finished with my workout. Getting back into this thing, almost 2 hours in. You can physically see, like, Cam Newton, like, he's pissed off right now. Like, I feel like if this was a guy, they probably would have been in there throwing hands, for real. Man, it's, you have, if you're doing an interview, especially if you're doing an interview and you bring the fight to somebody, they start to punch back, and maybe they get the best of you. You can't then get in your feelings, fam. You brought the fight to them. Like, let's keep it a band, man. Like, you kind of threw yourself under the bus with that. Some people may think that I'm low vibration, whatever they talking about, that crap. But yeah, you threw yourself out there, and that pretty much gave her the green light to go ahead and analyze. So what do you mean? What do you mean by that? Like, let's go ahead and let's dissect that real quick. You set yourself up, fam. Like, come on, man. Keep yourself out of it, man. Yourself, your situations, If you don't want people to touch those type of, don't hint at it. Stay away from that. Like, you're a smart enough guy where you should know not to set yourself up. And honestly, you set yourself up with that. Like, again, she's a doctor. She's going to analyze. She's going to ask questions about, like, whoa. Don't just speed past that like you didn't just say what you just said. Like, no, let's go ahead and dissect it a little bit more. And then, you know, as she started to kind of like analyze your situation and all of those things, you get in your feelings, man. Like, you're conducting an interview, man. Keep it about her. Anyway, let's jump back into it, man. We almost there. All right, wrapping up the video. I just want to start off by saying this is not a representation of who we are as black men. Let me go ahead and say that. I think that some guys can honestly be a little bit too emotional. You know what I mean? Like, certain things, certain people, certain words can trigger certain people. And you have to be careful, you know, when you are on these type of platforms and stuff, man. Like, being in these type of spaces, people really get a chance to see how you are, how you operate under certain situations. So you got to be careful about that. One thing that I will say, though, I think that Cam Newton did bring it back, you know, towards the end of the video, toward the end of the interview. You know, he did bring it back. He brought it back into, let me just do this. Let me just, you know, continue to do what I do, which is interview her. And honestly, the last part was actually refreshing. It gave her an opportunity to speak about the different things that she's done. You know, a way that, you know, we can help men, women, young, old, or whatever, regardless of what age you're in or whatever. Different ways that we can come together and just help each other. You know, they spoke about her book, asked about, you know, you got anything else coming out or whatever. Again, those type of things are actually extremely refreshing versus how this thing started off. So, do appreciate that. Overall, I will be checking out some videos about this young lady or whatever, maybe to get a better feel for who she is. I don't think that, you know, one interview, one video is going to help me to better understand who she is. You know what I mean? So I'll be doing a little bit more research and checking her out a little bit more, man. I think that she is phenomenal at what she does. All right, phenomenal at what she does, and we're gonna keep it right there until I figure out, you know, do a little bit more diving or whatnot and a little bit more research. But y'all let me know, what do you guys think about that Cam Newton versus Dr. Bryant interview? All right, y'all let me know down in the comments and we're gonna talk about it. All right, until the next time, y'all be blessed, y'all be beautiful, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
Blueberry, Burberry, button-up, tan skin, mixed race, buttercup, Canada weather, got a bundle up. I'm tryna work, she hit my phone, she wanna, whoa.